Now this is the way to relax, the classic Adirondack chair. And this one is very easy to build with a little YellaWood brand pressure-treated pine and the plans from buildyella.com. For starters, you'll need 4 1x4x8s, 2 1x8x8s, 1 2x4x10, waterproof wood glue, and some deck screws. From a piece of 1x8, cut the 2 back legs to length at 36 inches. You'll need to make 4 angled cuts to these pieces according to the detailed drawing in the plans. This is easier if you lay out all of your cuts from the square ends before you begin cutting the angles off. The last, shortest cut is marked with a square at 90 degrees to the 8-inch cut. You'll also want to save the scrap triangle from the 8-inch cut for use later as a brace. Before you move on, mark the location of the seat stretchers on the back legs and drill 2 pilot holes in each location. Next, you'll cut the seat stretchers, which are just 2 21.5-inch pieces of 2x4. Now you can assemble the seat stretchers and legs according to the layout marks you made earlier. You'll need 2-inch screws for this joint. The 2 arms are also cut from the 1x8, both at 30 inches. There are 3 detailed cuts here, and they're pretty simple to lay out. 2 45-degree cuts for the front of the arm and 1 15-inch cut at the back. Before you cut, you should also lay out the location for the back support, front leg, and brace so that you can drill pilot holes in these locations. Once you make the arm cut, you can also cut the back support, which is a 26-inch piece of 2x4. The front legs are next, and you'll need 2 21-inch pieces of 2x4 for them. Now cut down those 2 triangles you saved earlier to match the detailed drawing for the braces. The legs of the triangle should be 2 inches on one side and 5 inches on the other. Clamp the back support in place between the arms using the layout mark you made earlier and attach it with 2-inch screws. On the other end of each arm, you'll attach a front leg and brace. Again, follow the layout marks you made earlier on the underside of the arm. This time, you'll use 3-inch screws, but don't forget to drill pilot holes when you attach the brace to the arm. On the front of both front legs, make a mark 16 inches up from the bottom of the leg. Next, slide the back leg stretcher assembly inside the front leg arm assembly and align the top of the back legs with the mark on the front legs. Clamp them in place so the front edge of the back legs is flush with the front edge of the front legs. These joints are made with 2-inch screws. Now you're ready to make the remaining cuts on the cut list. 1 back slat will come from the 1x8 and the rest of the parts will come from the 1x4 material. All of these pieces are narrower than the factory dimensions, so you'll need to use a table saw to cut them down to the 3 or 6-inch widths required. The center back slat will get a 45-degree dog-ear cut on both sides of the top, while the other 4 get the same dog-ear cut only on the outer side. Lay these 5 pieces out face down so the bottoms are flush and the tops form a pyramid shape. With a straight edge along the bottom for alignment, add 1/4-inch spaces between the slats. The lower stretcher should be 4 inches up from the bottom of the slats and the top one 16 inches above that. Drill pilot holes in the 2 back stretcher pieces before attaching them. You'll need 1 1/4-inch screws for these joints. When this is complete, you can set the back slat assembly in place with the bottom stretcher resting on the back seat stretcher. After you drill pilot holes, drive 2-inch screws through the back slats into the seat stretcher and back support. Finally, you're ready for the seat slats. After drilling pilot holes in each end, lay them out on the seat with 1/4-inch spacers in between each board. They should be flush with the outer edges of the back leg. It will be easier to attach these if you temporarily remove the arm to create access for your drill, but only remove one side at a time. Replace the arm before you repeat the process on the other side. Now your chair is ready for a good sanding all over to smooth the edges and flat surfaces before you apply a waterproof finish. All you have to do at this point is to sit back and enjoy. For that, you'll need just a little bit of time and maybe something cool to drink.